Okay guys, so I know I look a little bit beat up right now, but hold on, we're gonna fix that in a minute. So I'm not really sure what I want to do for the look today, but I know I want to do something with a cut crease, just because I picked up this Makeup Revolution concealer in white, as you can see there, and I specifically picked it up because I wanted to see how it would look with a cut crease. Normally use my regular concealers, but sometimes it doesn't come out as sharp as though I want the cut crease to come out. So try and see if this will give me the look that I want. Before we get any further, let's go ahead and moisturize. I'm just using my regular moisturizer. You guys have seen me use this before. I typically use this when I'm inside the house because it just has an SPF of 10. I like to make sure that I really massage the product into my skin, especially under my eyes. I like to make sure that it's nice and hydrated because I'm not gonna prime or anything. I'm drinking some water. Very good for your skin, guys. So I need to pick up some more eyebrow pencils because my eyebrow pencils are like this. This is what I'm working with. You guys already know my brow routine, so I may just do one on camera because you guys really seem to like it when I include it in the video. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do one real quick. If you want to see my in-depth brow tutorial, then definitely check the link in the description box. So I do it a little bit different on the brow video, and that's just for demonstration purposes, but because I know how I want my brows and everything, I can just freehand it because I kind of mastered how I want my brows to look by now. So I typically use the darkest eyeshadow for the tail, and then I use a light brown, but I make sure that it's a nice gradient. And then I just clean it up with the concealer. So as you can tell, it's not too far from my skin complexion, so it doesn't look like overly highlighted. Sometimes I like the over highlighted look, but right now I'm not really going for that. So that's my brows. I'm not going to clean up on top because I'm just going to let the foundation do that for me. So this is a palette that I'm going to be using today, guys. Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance, and I'm only going to use one shadow out of this palette, and it's this color right here, Red Ochre. I'm just going to take my time and build it up until I get the intensity that I want, and I think with this white concealer I should be able to accomplish that. I'm just putting the concealer down. I'm going to get a clean Sigma brush. This is the F25. Any fluffy brush will do. And I'm just using this to tap in place. I'm not going to set the concealer. That looks good. Then we're going to go into the palette with Red Ochre. I'm using a Zoeva brush. This is your 228 brush. So I'm just going to start in my crease. I'm just going to pat. So it's not really blended out right now. I'm just placing the color down. And we're just going to keep building up this color. As I said, I'm just using this one eyeshadow color. Once there's nothing on my brush now, I'm just going to take my time and blend it up and soften out the edges. Just like that. You can see the edges getting really soft. And then go back in to intense the crease some more. Okay guys, so I just went ahead, my battery died, so I just went ahead and finished this eye. It's pretty easy. One shadow for the base, and then I use a glitter shadow on top, and that's all I did, and just added some lashes and a slight wing. You can see that nice transition, and it even looks like I have on a transition shade and then I have on a shade in the crease, but I don't. Sometimes you really don't need to use too much different colors. You can just basically use one eyeshadow, especially if you're starting out. Now we want to go back and just start building it up in the crease again, because that's where we're going to have our little cut crease there. Okay guys, so now that I've built up the color exactly how I want it, As you can see there, still just one shadow. Now I'm going to get the concealer and I'm going to go at the back of my hand. I realize that worked for me instead of putting the concealer there. Then I'm taking another Zoeva brush. This is the 227. This is a Luxe Soft Crease. But if you notice what I did, I saw a girl did something similar with her matte brush. I did the same thing. I just used the eyelash glue and just hold it together. So I have this really nice, as you can see, very thin, nice, like straight edge right there. So I'm just lining it up with my eyeball and then put it there. Just drag it down so I know exactly where I want it to go. I'm just gonna follow that line. Now I'm gonna go back into that same shadow. I'm gonna go in the inner and outer corner and just concentrate the color there. But I'm not putting too much. I want it to have a nice transition inward. So just when I think I got off all the shadow from there, then I'm gonna go in just a little bit more onto the lid so it has a nice transition. I'm going to use this shade right here, Primavera. I want to use a smaller brush first just to make sure I get that edge really nice and sharp. This is the eye shader brush with that same shade. I'm going to bring it all the way down. I'm taking another palette from Anastasia. This one is the Norvina palette and I'm going to use Wild Child. I realize that the shimmer in these are a little bit more shinier, so that's why I went over it, because it wasn't really picking up as shine as I wanted to. I don't know if you guys can tell on camera, but this just gives it a little bit more shine, but you can definitely tell in person. So, and right before we finish, we want to just go over with red ochre right at the inner and outer corners. As I said, we just want this to have a nice transition. Kat Von D eye pencil, and then taking the Kat Von D liquid pencil and the Duo lash glue. Just before we finish off the look, I'm gonna go back the Kat Von D pencil. I'm gonna tight line under the waterline. Go back into the Modern Renaissance and I'm just going to blend out that liner and just kind of diffuse it a little bit, and I'm using that same red color. Then I just want to brighten up in the inner corner a little bit. I'm actually going to use the Norvina and I'm going to use Dreamer, which is this one right here. I'm going to use that in the inner tear duct. For my lips, I'm going to use Blotted Lip from ColourPop. This is Soda Pop. Next, I'm taking this NYX Butter Glass. This is number 13. Not sure how I feel about this glass, but I think I want a little bit more shine to the lips. So I'm gonna go over it with the Fenty lip gloss. Okay, I'm gonna spray with the Morphe Continuous Spray. I love this spray. The mist is so fine. It doesn't matter how much you spray, it's not gonna leave little bald spots on your face. I think I want to use my Crown of Canopy highlighter by Wet n Wild. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and don't forget, if you're not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Hit the red subscribe button right below this video, and don't forget to turn on that little notification bell. That's just gonna make sure as soon as I post, you're the first to know, and I'll catch you guys in my next one.